just talk us through, obviously, Indigenous Round this week. We've got some painting happening today. Just how special is all this?
Yeah, it's really exciting. We have Emma Bamblett, who designed our jersey this year, come down to us and speak to a handful of the players, as she will, across the day, just to describe a little bit more about the design in a bit more depth to us, what it means, which is really exciting for us to be able to wear it over the next 2 weeks.
How important is this round to you?
Yeah, it's really special for me, my family, where I come from, my community, but not only for me, for the rest of the Indigenous community across Australia. It's something that, as Indigenous players, we love playing in, and it's probably the main round we look to.
What do you think of the painting? How did you rate your skills?
I'm not the best painter. I've got a bit of a shaky hand. You wouldn't want me doing any surgery on you, I'll tell you that much. But no, it's really good. I think the boys are really enjoying it. Something different we haven't done before. So the boys have got canvases, all different colour of paint. It looks like they're enjoying themselves.
Are they just feeling it, or do you have themes you're supposed to? There's tortoises getting done, and how does it? The boys just sort of how are they going about it?
There's a few boys doing a bit of freehand, and I think they're stuffing them ones up, to be honest. But Emma's brought in a few canvases with already designs on them, so they got different long-necked turtles, different sort of fish, hills, different landmarks.
See anyone that impressed you?
I seen Almac or Luke McDonald. He was trying to do a bit of freehand. I don't know if it impressed me, but it was. I'm actually not too sure what he was even trying to do. It looked pretty interesting. I'll have to ask him after this.
What's the response been like after the weekend? How's the morale?
The boys aren't too bad. Obviously, the first day in today. We had yesterday off. Pretty disappointing loss again. We understand it's a tough time and frustrating, not only for us as players, but for the club as a whole, fans, community. We're just going to keep working hard, and we'll look to bounce back this week.
It started the season, sort of in a blaze, really impressing everybody, and have dipped off in the last few weeks. Was it just the impact of having Clarko come on, and now there's been a drop off? What can you explain?
Yeah, it's a great question. As you said, the first month was really competitive football, and probably over the last month, not as much. To be honest, I don't know the answer. Otherwise, I'd be telling it to the boys, and we'd be playing better footy week in, week out. But we're just going to continue to work hard. We understand it's a long process. It's not going to be straight to the top. Having Clarko on board, it's going to have our ups and downs. But like I said, we've just got to continue to work hard here at training and at the club, and continue to get better.
Average losing margin by about 8 goals this year. Does it feel like you're that much better compared to this time last year?
Yeah, definitely. We've improved immensely. It definitely feels like we're a lot better, and it does feel like we are very close to clicking. We go through our game plan and different little things. And on the weekend, we had more disposals than Port Adelaide, but our finishing skills just went up to scratch. So, if we clean up our own mistakes, we're a much better team. We're in the game on the weekend.
A couple of injuries from the weekend as well, which is a shame. Obviously, not great to see LDU at scans. Do you know how those guys are doing? And it's hard when you've got the injury list like you do.
Yeah, it's not great. I think we had 4 or 5 injuries over the weekend of LDU and Zerha especially. Sort of main guys in our team. I actually haven't spoke to them yet. We'll have an injury report out later on today. Fingers crossed for good results. I think Cam went in for surgery yesterday, so hopefully he's only 1 or 2 weeks, but LDU's still unsure.
I think the effort where it needs to be. A couple of former players were a bit disappointed by the lack of shin bone of spirit on the weekend. As captain, does that hurt you?
Yeah, it does. I saw a bit of what Kingy had to say, and we'll take that on board. He's coming from a place of love, and he's passionate about this club and wants us to get better. So we understand as players we've got to be better. I saw a bit of the vision he's shown, and it doesn't look great. We're all out there trying our hardest and doing our best, but when you look at the vision like that, it's probably not up to scratch. So definitely something we have to take on board and get better at.
Sorry, did you get a similar message from Alistair?
Yeah, definitely. Especially that second quarter when the onslaught from Port Adelaide did come. I think it was 8 goals to 1 or whatever it was, but that's why he was so frustrated, because he knows we can be so much better, and just little things within ourselves, turning the ball over, a couple efforts where they're probably not up to AFL standard, it really does hurt.
Having Alistair come to the club obviously also comes with quite a lot of attention, given how much of a decorated senior coach he is. But of course we've got the racism saga, we've got this ongoing narrative with him and Sam Mitchell as well. Is that a distraction for the players?
No, not really. I think Clarko's been awesome with it. We don't, as players, we don't read into too much of the media, what happens outside these four walls. We're very much locked into what we have to do and what we can control. Obviously, all the stuff with Clarko that's going on, it's above us and out of our hands. We just keep going with our day-to-day lives and continue to improve inside the four walls.
He never lets on what's sort of going on in his personal life.
Nah, he's been awesome at it. We wouldn't even know anything else is happening outside the club, to be honest. So yeah, couldn't have any more praise for Clarko.
Taron Thomas returning to the club. Have you been in touch with him much, and are you convinced that he's changed?
Yeah, obviously he's coming into the club later on today. Taron's done everything he can outside the club to continue to get better and work off and tick off what he's had to. I spoke to him a few times, and I'm comfortable where he's at and looking forward to having him back at the club.
How far off do you reckon he is playing senior footy?
It's a good question. I think that'll be up to Toddy Viney and Clarko to where that's at. Obviously he's played the last 2 to 3 weeks, I think, in the VFL. He's played some good footy, so that'll be up to Toddy and Clarko.
With the injuries, I mean, you look at it and there might even be a chance that it's sort of as soon as this weekend, I suppose. How would that sit with you if it were that soon?
It's a good question. With injuries, it brings a lot of opportunity for other guys, whether that's Taron this week or not. I'm not 100% sure. But we've had some guys in the VFL that have put up some really strong performances. We've had CJ who's kicked 9 goals on the weekend, so he'll be looking to come into the side. Georgie Wardlaw, again, played on the weekend. He's played really well. I think he had 20-odd touches and kicked a couple goals, so really excited for him to hopefully get his chance at AFL level really soon. There's a few guys putting their hand up.
You think Wardlaw, this could be the week? Alistair's made him work a little bit because the fans keep saying this week. All of a sudden, maybe with the injuries, finally it could be the one?
Yeah, I think so. There's every chance he does play this week, which is really exciting for us as players, us for a club, and the fans to see what he can do on the big stage. So he's definitely putting his hand up, doing all the right things on and off the field. So definitely a chance this week.
What can fans expect? He's renowned as a bit of a bull?
Yeah, I think so, especially in that phone box. When the ball's there to be won, you talk about the effort and intensity. He brings that in big strides. So intensity around the ball. Obviously, again, he's only a young guy playing his first game hopefully soon. Can't expect too much from him. I'm excited to see what he can do.